So this is the most personal video I have made on this channel. So forgive me if I start to show some raw emotion on this topic. October is AAC Awareness Month, and if you don't know what AAC is, I am so glad that you're here. So just give me a few moments, as this could be something that changes someone's life, could be something that actually allows you to save someone's life as well. AAC stands for Augmented and Alternative Communication. This is a different way that people communicate. It can be a person who was in an accident and lost function of speech. It could be a person who had a stroke, or in the case of my son, a neurological difference, and he was never granted the ability to speak. An AAC device could be as low-tech as a few buttons or a little tablet, or as complex as a whole computer with a keyboard. Now, my son uses an iPad mini, and we have a heavy-duty case on it, and we are using an app called Prolocule. And this gives my son access to a whole vocabulary of feelings, thoughts, colors, and his favorite things. Before we had that, it was physical frustration, including headbanging, biting, and breaking things. We had to just guess what he wanted. We had to guess if he was hungry. We had to guess if he needed to use the bathroom. It was tough, but it was tougher for him. This iPad gave him language and a way to express his thoughts, ideas, and desires that he couldn't do before. You know, how frustrating is it that you have things you want to communicate, but you're not able to tell the people what you need? And this is what AAC did for him. It gave him access to the world around him. We gave him his first AAC device at the age of 2, after realizing he's not hitting his speech milestones. We didn't know what we're doing. We didn't know why we're doing it, but it was sort of just, we were trying to figure anything out. We were trying to do the best possible thing for him. And we knew at a young age he had a love for technology, as most kids do, but he was very keen to tech. So we decided to go with an actual device with buttons for speech. And it was great. He learned very quickly what these buttons meant. And we also learned that he understood a lot more than we thought he did. He had more complex language that this device allowed him to share, which was amazing. You know, 5 million Americans could benefit from AAC, with only 2 million currently using it. And 3 out of 5 users have abandoned their device, whether it's due to cost, difficulty using, or lack of support. I don't know how yet, but in the background, I and a few partners are cooking up some ideas to make AAC more accessible to people and give them the tools, the education, and the know-how. And this excitement keeps me up at night, knowing that we will make a difference in this space somehow. You know, one of the major frustrating points with this whole journey is that I'm a person who covers tech for a living. I have resources to me that 99.9% of people don't have. I also have technology know-how. Even for me, it was tough to know which route to go, which device, which case, which app, and it becomes very tough. So I want to eventually bridge that gap and make it easier, but that is something we're still working on. You know, this iPad or whatever tablet you decide to go with is just the beginning. You know, with AI taking off in the past few years, there could be so many significant use cases that I could definitely see coming. So even some software that I use now can clone my voice. And for some users, they are able to speak, but speaking could be difficult, or when they become overwhelmed, they have to go to AAC. What if we could use their own words on their AAC device and make it sound just like them and not the generic 5 voices that are available? And when using AI to cut down the friction between the AAC user and the person they are communicating with, that is something I am so excited about and something I look forward to being a part of. Let me show you how this app works, and also how my son communicates with it. And also, if you see someone who has this type of device, hopefully this gives you an idea of how it works. So here's the app right here. These are pretty much all the core words. Like, these are the most popular words that are used in the English language. And there's also tabs right here that you can break down very specific things too. So for example, a sentence would be very simple, like, I want And then from here, you can decide what's next. I want to go. So basically I pressed I want to go. And every time you push a button, you have additional words here on the side that can help with sentence structure and also new words.
Walk.
I want to, so instead of I want to go, you can say I want to walk, I want to
drive, start,
travel. And then when you want to actually say the sentence, you can say
I want to travel.
So you can say something as simple as that. The reason I'm making this video and why you can save a life is that I want you to be more aware that there are people around us that needs to have these types of devices to communicate. And if someone approaches you with it, just know that is their voice. And this is how they access the world. You cannot take someone's voice away, and you cannot take their AAC away. I am so thankful my son has this AAC device, and I'm so thankful for the app Proloquial on it, where I can have conversations with my son that I couldn't have just a few years ago. There are different apps out there, and I'm not promoting this company exactly, but I have used a lot of different apps out there, and this has been the one that has been the easiest for my son to use and the easiest for me to use as well. Down below is a link to the exact same setup. I'm not getting any type of kickback or anything by providing this, but this is my son's setup, the iPad, the case, and also the app too. But also try to reach out to your insurance companies, as some insurance will cover at least the app or the case or even the tablet. If you have any questions or need any help, as this is something that is truly near and dear to my heart, and I saw the dramatic change that I had in my son's life when he was able to communicate and access the world, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you learned something, and together we can make this world a more accessible place. Take care.